Are you feeling called to walk away from the workforce? Or maybe you're feeling like, all right, it is time we start a side hustle. This economy ain't it, my friend. If so, then this episode is for you. I'm going to give you 5 ideas that you can do as a stay-at-home mom that are not going to break the bank to start up, nor are they going to take away time from your family. So stay tuned for this episode. I've got something special for you, and I will talk to you in a minute. Hey friend, welcome to Milk and Honey with Lemon. The Bible says in Numbers 14:8, and if the Lord is pleased with us, he will bring us safely into that land and give it to us. It is a rich land flowing with milk and honey. On this podcast, we talk about stepping into that overflow that God has for us by becoming those ultimate Proverbs 31 women. Hey, I'm Lemon. I am just like you, sister friend. I knew God had something more in store for me, but I couldn't see a way out of the laundry piles. And frankly, I resented that Proverbs 31 woman. How was I going to live up to the hype? That is until I found out how to really step into becoming this Proverbs 31 woman through leadership development. In this podcast, you're going to find financial freedom, leadership growth, and motivation so you'll be able to do all the things God has called you to do with ease and really step into that land of milk and honey. Before we get into today's episode, I want to share with you something super fun to help you actually figure out what it is you're supposed to do. I know that you're a Christian woman. I know that you love the Lord. And so chances are anything you do for a side hustle or a business is probably going to include the Lord. And so I actually have a marketplace ministry checklist for you. Just head over to the show notes and you will be able to grab the marketplace ministry checklist. I'll see you there, friend. Welcome back to the Milk and Honey podcast. I'm your host, Lemon Price, and I'm excited today because we're going to talk about business ideas. The Proverbs 31 woman has so many business ideas. She is out there hustling her buns off, and she's prosperous and she's intelligent with her business. And so, honestly, I don't know how I read that scripture so many times, and for some reason, it didn't dawn on me that the Proverbs 31 woman is this multi-passionate business owner until a year and a half ago, maybe. But somehow I missed that part of her story and the call for whatever reason. And maybe you've heard this too, that women should just stay at home and bake cookies and iron the clothes. And that's all we're supposed to do. But then they talk about the Proverbs 31 woman being this ultimate woman. This is the woman we should aspire to be, even though Jesus is who we should aspire to be like. But she's like it, right? This is who we should aspire to be. The whole podcast is based on this woman and what she does. And what I love about that story is that this woman literally owns so many businesses and she is providing for so many people. It doesn't say her husband doesn't work or anything like that. It just says she has multiple businesses. And as you are deciding what to do, maybe you need a side hustle because let's face it, this economy is not for the faint of heart. This economy is for women who can budget, who can cook from scratch, who are doing things, right? Like we got to make it work. Your husband or you could be making 6 figures and still being paycheck to paycheck. There are so many people I know right now who are making a little over, they're making 120, 130 a year right now, and they are paycheck to paycheck because things are not cheap. And depending on what your family structure looks like and where you live and all of those things, it can still be really tight. It can be really hard. And I want to say to you that I see you, and sometimes we all just need a side hustle. So I want to talk about some simple side hustles that you can do, whether you're working from home or you're just like, I need a little something to do during the day because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And I just want to congratulate you on being a stay-at-home mom. I think that it is one of the most important jobs. And it's interesting too, because I'm 33. And I think our generation, us millennials, our generation was really the first generation to have mothers work outside of the home predominantly. And so we are the first generation of children to not have a stay-at-home mom in the family or a stay-at-home parent, depending on what your family structure looked like. And so it's interesting to see how I feel like my generation, the millennials, are reverting back to being a stay-at-home parent. I've been a stay-at-home parent now for 5 years or 6. Oh my gosh, we're going on 6. I've been completely at home for 6 years now, and I would never want to go back. But in this economy, I have to work. Like we have to. I have to make an income somehow. And so I want to share like some really simple ways that you as a stay-at-home mom can bring extra income to the family. So the first way is e-commerce. So selling products online through your own website, through a third party like Etsy or Amazon, maybe a combination of both. I got into the e-commerce space many moons ago. When I started blogging, I will link to favorite products from Amazon, or I've sold printables on Etsy. I still have printables on Etsy that I sell. And so it's really cool when, random money comes in from Amazon or Etsy or any of those things. So what I like about e-commerce land is typically you don't have to hold the product. I look at it like affiliate marketing too. I'm going to lump that in here with this. So with Amazon, I could do Amazon affiliate, or you could list an actual product like a book or something and put that on there. You could be an affiliate I have a merch line. You could be an affiliate for my merch line. You don't have to carry the product, but you get to share your link with people when people are searching for faith-based clothing, and then you get paid on it. Every single month, I pay you a commission, which is cool. So you can be an affiliate for all of your kind of favorite things. Like I said, you can get into e-commerce. So you could do printables on Etsy, or if you make homemade products, that's something my husband and I are getting into because I make tallow and I make his beard balms and I make our fire cider and I make golden milk. I make all of these things that people ask me for. And so as we move into the new year, and we're moving and everything this year. And so once we move and get settled, then I'll probably start a product line and sell it on Etsy, right? We'll sell honey on Etsy. We'll sell things on Etsy and our little farmer's market and stuff like that. But it's all stuff that I would do anyway. I'm just going to make it in bigger bulk quantity for people to buy. And so I'm very excited about that moving forward in 2024. And so that's something you could offer. That is one way to make money: e-commerce, affiliate marketing, that sort of thing. Another way is freelancing. So I got into the entrepreneur space back in was it? Oh my gosh, I'm old. 2023 or 2023. Oh my gosh, 2013 is when I got into this space. And back in 2013, I had been working full-time at a boutique PR agency, but I wanted to see what the journalist side was like. And so I started freelance writing for our local newspaper, which then turned into a full-time job. And, that was a whole thing. But I started freelancing for them. And I still freelance and take on some marketing clients because I have my master's in marketing. So there's still freelance clients that I've had. I've had some clients since 2015 and now it's 2024. They've been my clients for 9 years. There are all kinds of things that you could do. So whatever skill set maybe you had in the corporate world or something, you can freelance for. Some ways to do that. The ways that I got some of my earliest jobs was looking at places like Indeed, LinkedIn, etc., and seeing who was hiring for my position and then sending them an email saying, hey, I could actually do this for you as a 1099 contractor. It would save you XYZ. You wouldn't have to pay for health insurance, all those kind of things, and having that kind of conversation. So that's how I ended up with my first couple of people. There's sites like hiremymom.com. So there's ways that you can freelance. Another thing that you can do is courses, coaching, consulting, any of those kind of things. That's number 3. Any type of courses, coaching, consulting, anything like that, freelancing. But instead, you create and sell educational content, coaching services. I have coaching clients right now that I take on who want to really focus in on being more holistic, and they want to create better routines and habits for themselves, and they want to shift what they do in their family. They want to shift how they steward the things that they've been given. They want to make different health choices for their family. And so I coach people around that and help them get on a system to do that. And then I also teach courses. Something I've been talking to one of my friends about is launching an entire series of master classes on these things. How do I make my fire cider, and things that I do every single month that in the homesteading realm to prep my family for the year and make sure that they're happy and healthy. So find something that you're passionate about, that you have knowledge about, and then go coach on it. Sell a course on it. Go create and put that knowledge out into the world. That's real legacy building. You could also become a virtual assistant, something I know that I am always in need of, something my friends who own businesses are in need of. So a virtual assistant, you are just doing some administrative, creative, or tech support for clients remotely. So I've had one virtual assistant handle social media for me, or email, or managing my calendar, because that can get really crazy sometimes with meeting different people in different places. And I've got a lot of calendar links out there. And so they just make sure that my schedule stays synced and that times are blocked off that need to be blocked off, and nobody's booking things when they shouldn't be booking things when I'm actually available. You could go be a virtual assistant for literally anything. People need them all the time. I would do that. And then the other thing, my personal favorite right now, outside of coaching, I also have done network marketing now. And I was a network marketing hater. So do not turn this podcast off because I was a hater too. Okay. I hated the whole industry. I thought it was scammy and gross, and I hated literally everything about it. And what I like about the company I'm with is that you don't have to buy inventory in anything, which is great because you don't have space for it or time to manage it or any of those things. You don't have to do virtual parties. You don't have to do any of those things. What we have is a basically coaching and consulting network marketing company. You can log in, you can take on-demand courses in personal, professional, spiritual development, financial development, whatever it is you want to take a course on, we have it available, and we add new ones every single month. And then you could take a speaker certification program live. There's live leadership calls, expert calls, accountability calls. We offer the Sacred 60 Challenge. We have just so much going on. We have ICF accredited coaching programs to help you become a certified biblical leader. So it's legit. It's not gross. For me, it felt good because it was already something I was doing. And this was a way to serve clients at a lower ticket price point, and they still got the same kind of support for me. So I love what we're doing here. So there's a lot of ways that you can generate income for your family. I want to be clear, unless you are an influencer and you can just post something and make money instantaneously, you're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to build your network. You're going to have to put yourself out there, but you can do it. You can do it. I want to be really clear. It's possible for you to do that. If you're looking to stay at home, right? If God's calling you to stay at home and there's something that you want to do instead, then consider one of these, right? Consider e-commerce or affiliate marketing. Consider coaching and consulting. Consider putting a course together, or freelancing, or being a VA, or get into network marketing with me. It is super fun. I love our community. We give back to people all the time. It is just a beautiful space. So whatever it is God's calling you to do, just know that I am here to support you. I would love to hear what it is God is calling you to do. Feel free to just send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook, however you want to connect with me. That's fine. And I just look forward to seeing what it is that you do and what it is God is calling you to do, friend. This was such a fun episode. I love talking about business ideas and things that you can do. So like I said, if you feel like you're called to marketplace ministry, which you probably are if you're listening to this podcast, head over to the show notes and grab my marketplace ministry checklist. I hope you love it as much as I do, and I will see you next time. Hey friend, what a joy it has been to share today's journey with you. If you found a spark of inspiration or a nugget of wisdom that resonated, would you bless someone else by sharing this episode with them? It could be the encouragement they need to step into their purpose and calling. Also, if you could spare a moment to leave a review, it would mean the world to me. I really appreciate your feedback, and it really helps our community grow. Remember, the road to discovering God's call for you isn't one you have to walk alone. So join me again next Monday for another episode where we'll continue to explore the depths of leadership and the heights of our heavenly calling. Until then, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep trusting in His plan. God bless you, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, friend.